One time in the seventh grade, I was sitting with a group of my friends at lunch. It was pasta day, the best lunch of the week, and we were particularly happy, with jokes darting back and forth across the lunch table. On top of it all, it was a sunny day outside, meaning that we would be able to go outside to play football. There was absolutely nothing wrong with the moment, except for the fact that we would have to go back to class in half an hour. It wasn't until I noticed a lonely kid sitting alone a few tables away that a cloud shadowed my so far sunny day. He looked glum, and he didn't even have any lunch with him. He was just sitting there, doing nothing, looking at nothing, talking to no one. I knew him, too. He was a really nice kid, very funny, but often had a hard time making friends. Instantly, the glorious moment I was in turned sour. Had I not gone over to eat lunch with him and talked to him, guilt would have plagued my entire day. Luckily, my company cheered him up, and he even came out to play football with us, and I continued to have the fun I expected out of the day. Situations like these make me believe that helping out is selfish. Yes, eating lunch with him was completely selfish, because I never would have done it had I not felt bad about it. It was just a simple way to make myself feel better, and making myself feel better involved him feeling better as well. So I suppose it was a win-win situation, but I don't know if I would have taken a win-lose situation. And I believe this same selfishness exists within everyone. I don't see people take 5 homeless people to live in with them, most likely because they cannot manage it financially and it would disturb the family life too much. On the other hand, people will buy a homeless man dinner and they will feel better about making that person's life more livable. Despite the possible selfishness from which this charitable act derives, people do it solely to make that homeless person feel better. True charity. One time earlier this year, I was in a completely different situation when my school held a basketball game for which they asked students to buy Ballin' for the Cure pink t-shirts, where some amount of the funds generated would go towards cancer research. I chose not to buy a shirt since I am just not that passionate about the issue, and I thought that only a small portion of money from the t-shirt would actually go towards research. I arrived at the basketball game to people asking me, from left and right, "Bro, where's your pink shirt? Tonight's game is a pink out." I felt drowned in this sea of pink shirts, an inconspicuous indication that I did not fit into the group. In that moment, I felt the necessity to buy a t-shirt, but it didn't cross my mind that doing so would send some money to breast cancer research. I don't know if I would have felt right buying a shirt that day. So when I see someone drop his pen, need help on his homework, or sitting alone at lunch, I'll consider why I'm helping him out. Hopefully his well-being is the driving force behind my temporary happiness.